The Panini Senior Bowl presents fifth quarter. Here's Simone Eli and Gerhard Mathangani.
Well, the time is now for teams all across the state of Alabama. The high school football state playoffs are officially underway as round one is in the books tonight. Teams on the Gulf Coast and everywhere, Mobile, Baldwin County, and throughout the state looking to make it a November to remember. Welcome in, everybody. Simone Eli, Gerhard Mathangani joining you for another edition of fifth quarter. The playoffs are here, G, and man, it's an exciting time.
It always is, and I was fortunate enough to go deep in the playoffs back in high school. You remember each and every one of these weeks.
He starts with the show with the flex. That's fine.
As the field cuts each week, and the more time you spend away from it, the more lucky you are to be as blessed to make a deep run.
Absolutely, and you're thankful to even be in the part of the conversation.
100%.
You have a ring to show for
That's
it.
right.
And on the ring, for one of these teams, at least looking to try to survive and advance, the Theodore Bobcats.
That's exactly right. Theodore was not in the playoffs last year, but they were part of our game of the week this year. Theodore head coach Steve Mask making his 22nd appearance in the playoffs, hosting Stanhope Elmore today. First Theodore possession doesn't go as planned here for the guys, as quarterback Krishan Overton's pass is picked off there by Jordan Isaiah Carter-Davis. Then that would lead to this touchdown by Demarion Barnes. He is the leader in the state right now for touchdowns and yards, a really good player. However, Theodore respond immediately, 11-yard touchdown of their own. Overton makes up for the interception. We are all knotted up at 7. Noah Hernandez at a field goal, so it's now 10-7 Bobcats. Stanhope Elmore, this is Davis Foshi, looks downfield, and this is a nice pitch and catch here. DeAndre Washington on the other end, a 69-yard pitch and catch, and that's the go-ahead touchdown as the Mustangs lead 14-10. But just before the half, Overton hits Kendrick Abel. He's been a big playmaker all year long for Coach Mask. He gets into the end zone, 17-14 at that point, and Theodore goes on to win 44-27. Here's Coach Mask.
Well, I think we reminded everybody it's the first round of the playoffs, and playing, I always equate it to a stereo system. When you're playing at 5 and you got a volume that goes to 10, you're going to be in the battle. So we bumped it on up to about 8 or 9 on the volume and got the music going a little louder. I'm talking about play a lot harder. And so I think we came out in the third quarter a little bit more like Theodore. And we give Stanhope Elmore a lot of credit. I thought they had a great plan, and, I just think we just sort of asserted ourselves in the third quarter, and it showed up.
Staying in Class 6A, let's head to Saraland, the Region 1 champs, second-ranked Spartans, welcoming into Wetumpka for round one. And how about the Indians off to a hot start? Little flea flicker action. Charles Kipper to Jordan Hill finds John Hudson, a wing guard, to open up the scoring. 7-0 Wetumpka, laying it on the Spartans at home early. But Saraland going to respond. 10-0 is P.J. Brown time. He finds the edge, and he is going to the house. Going to cut the Saraland deficit to 3 at that point. Spartans looking to get their first lead of the game, and if one wasn't enough, how about a second touchdown from P.J. Brown, getting it done onto the ground. 14-10 at that point after the PAT. Saraland going to shrug off the slow start. They get the win, 49-24 to advance.
Nice. Gulf Shores making the trip over to play Russell County, and Russell County would find the end zone first. This is Bryson Riggins on the carry, and he is gone. And an early touchdown here for the home team as they jump out to a 7-0 lead. However, Gulf Shores now relying on Major Hudspeth. He came in last week for Davis Barnett, who tore his ACL, hits Nick Hampton in the flats, and Hampton takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Those two had a nice run last week, a great start on the road this week, and then a little bit later on, it is Hampton in the Wildcat by himself into the end zone for a touchdown. Close game here, Simone. But Russell County wins it at home, 33-30 the final.
Congrats to the Dolphins on a good season. Another Class 6A round one game as Pike Road is going to get the best of McGill-Tulane. The Yellow Jackets season comes to an end, 28-10. That is their last game of the season there in round one of the playoffs. Let's head to Class 7A now. Is 6th-ranked MGM taking on Austin. Going to start off with the Vikings offensively. Cameron Smith inside the 5, plows his way across the goal line to make it 7-0. MGM takes the lead in Sims. All right, Viking faithful loving it, and they would love this as well. Smith again. Zach Golson knows how to call offense. Go back to the same dude. Why not? 14-0, and MGM is leading it at that point. Like I mentioned, there's Zach Golson. He's excited. Hey, there's a guy with a Viking hat. He's excited too. And guess what? MGM is going to get the win. Jeremy Manhennett looking deep here, right in the bread basket from Jakenyon Allen, and the Vikings are moving on 45-7 over Austin. Go back to Huntsville.
Well, first of all glory to Jesus. Very thankful for our team, our players, our coaches. Big win tonight. Great to be at home in the first round of the playoffs, and excited about the opportunity to continue forward.
Awesome. Where do you think your team excelled the most tonight?
Yeah, I just thought we played a complete game. All three phases played well. We'll go back and watch the film. I thought, for the most part, we executed pretty good. So just got to go back and get better and look forward to next week.
Staying in 7A, Baker won their first playoff game in 40 seasons last year. Back at home this year hosting Florence. This is a tandem we have said all year long. Tate Graham, Katori Marion, touchdown. Those two have been on fire all season, especially here late, and the Hornets have an early 7-0 lead. However, the Falcons would respond. Quarterback Cade Davis would hit Jimmy McDonald, and he finds a crease. He's gone as well. This is the game-tying touchdown. Nice effort, but not enough as Florence goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Simone, if you're a defensive coordinator against Baker, what would you say? Don't let number 5 get behind you. Well, somehow they do. Katori Marion in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Baker, they go on to win it. Final score, 38-14.
That young man sent me flowers on my last day of work today, and you know what? I love it. Good on you, Katori Marion. Love you, my guy. Congrats to the Hornets moving on. All right, staying in class is 7A. Fairhope traveling all the way up to James Clemens and taking on former Baker coach Juan Johnson. Pirates going to start here. Trey Garner looking deep, and he hits Byron Martin to get the Fairhope inside of the red zone. Pirates would go on to punch it in. Staying with Fairhope, high snap for Garner, rolls to the right, gonna shake off a couple of defenders and throw a dart to Martin for touchdown. A huge opportunity for Fairhope here on the road. Let's take a look at the final score as the Pirates are going to go on the road and get the win. They're headed to round 2. Tim Carter in the playoffs. 31-21 the final over JC.
Very nice stuff there. Daphne making the long 5-hour road trip up to Sparkman. The Spinners getting on the board first. Handoff here to Braylon Lawson. He punches it in for the score. The Trojans down 7-0 early, but they respond later. Christian Seeger hits Stevie Allen in the flat. He goes down to the 1-yard line, but no problem. Baron Williams in the Wildcat walks into the end zone untouched for the score. 2-point conversion, no good, so Daphne still down 7-6. Second quarter. Seeger drops back, hits TK Brown, and watch the speedster go. Makes the man miss. He's off to the races. Daphne also goes on the road, and they also pull off the win.
I call get the brooms out.
43-14.
Get the brooms out. 7A Region 1's head to round 2. All right, let's head to Williamson now, the top-ranked team in the state for Class 5A, hosting Eufaula. Open things up with the Lions. Jamarcus Edmond takes the handoff, finds the end zone on the first drive. It's 7-0. Williamson takes the lead. Staying with the Lions. Quarterback Alvin Dinkins gonna go deep. Gonna keep it rather. Bobs his way to the pylon and makes it 14-0. There is Williamson opens it up with 2 touchdowns. They would make a 3-possession lead as Dinkins is looking for Jacob Massey. And watch this, the tip drill, no problem. Massey brings it down, makes it 21-0. Lions still in the first quarter. They go on to get the big dub, 50-14, under and 20.
They keep rolling. Number 2 team in the state is Vigor hosting Charles Henderson tonight. The Wolves would strike first in this one. Garrett Holcomb on the toss. He goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Coach Renardo Jackson and company up 7-0 early. But the Trojans would have an answer. Josh Daniel on the carry, and he would take it into the end zone for the touchdown. However, the 2-point conversion no good. Vigor leads 7-6. And Vigor back at it again. We talked about all season long, Sammy Dunn and Dylan Jackson. Well, they connect once again here. A beautiful pass from the Army commit to Dylan Jackson. And guess what, Simone? Dylan Jackson, he does the same dance that you and I do right before 5th quarter right here.
That's me.
Vigor wins it big.
I don't look that cool doing it, I can promise you that. All right, let's look at some other 5A round 1 games. Andalusia gets the best of UMS, man. It's always a dogfight, literally Bulldogs against each other in double overtime. 28-25 the final there. And Montgomery Catholic is going to beat Citronelle 31-8 in round 1. All right, guys, plenty more to come here on 5th quarter. We have more highlights and scores from round 1 after the break. Stay right here. Back here on fifth quarter, let's keep things rolling over in Fairhope. Top-ranked St. Michael welcoming in Pike County for round one. Gunner Rivers, QB1, warming up after going 10-0 in the regular season, ranked first in the state. Opened up here with St. Michael on the ground. Noah Moss, first play from scrimmage, house call, 7-0 Cardinals pretty quickly. Pike County would tie it up at 7. Let's go back to St. Michael now. Moss again crosses the goal line. And at that point, it's 14-7 Cardinals at home. And South Alabama fans loving this name for sure. Noah Moss once again just looking like a man among boys. It was 28-7 at that point, and St. Michael is going to check the first game off the list en route to hopefully get into the semifinal matchup against one of our possible local teams there in Jackson. How the Aggies faring? They win at 49-21.
Yeah, maybe a collision course between them and the defending state champion Jackson, looking for another run to the Super 7, hosting Ashford from the Dothan area tonight. First quarter, Jackson already up 7-0 as Landon Duckworth airs it out. How about Juice Gordon on the other end? An amazing catch between a couple of defenders in traffic. 14-0 Aggies. Still in the first. Well, you hand it off to the 5-star, the Bama commit, E.J. Crowell makes it 20-0 after the missed PAT. In the second quarter, Jackson's defense will come up big. How about Donovan Bozeman with a nice hit here? Great play from our Cooper, who shot this game as the big man Anthony Hayes would scoop it up. They would score on the very next play. This was all Jackson tonight. They go on to win. Final score out here. He is 34-0. In round one.
All right, checking in some other 4A round one games. W.S. Neal gets the win here, 35-14, and Mobile Christian also gets the victory. So all of 4A Region 1 headed to round 2, G. Let's go to 3A now as Houston Academy is taking on Bayside, ranked 3rd in the state. Going to open it up with the Admirals. Davis Barnett looking for the pass, and he'll find Noah Kane. Davis Barnett, Noah Kane, I'd say that once, twice, 100 times this season, no problem. Into the red zone they go. Barnett again later this time is going to roll to his right, find Monroe Parton. We've hit that one about 100 times too, man. The same guy all around. Let's take a look at the final score here over at Bayside as we do not have the final score in the graphic, but Bayside gets the win, 46-7. Admirals moving on.
Next up, Cottage Hill hosting Wicksburg. Warriors quarterback Shamar Tootle, he has been maturing right before our eyes all season long. He takes it into the end zone here for the first score of the night. An early 7-0 lead for the Warriors. Later, Tootle will do it with his arm, hitting Travis Smith on the big touchdown pitch and catch. They had a 34-0 lead at the half. Cottage Hill Christian, first time in a very long time, they win a playoff game, 41-8 the final score. They're moving on to the second round.
All right, a couple other 3A games here as we take a look at the scoreboards. Trinity gets the win over TR Miller 24-8, and Montgomery Academy beats Flomaton 42-0. More scores after the break. Stay with us. Back here on fifth quarter, some final scores. Leroy beats Elba 53-21. Mackenzie gets a big victory here over Millry 46-14. Cottonwood wins 46-7 over Chickasaw. Those are round 1 games, G. Round 1 in the books. Round 2 next week.
Unbelievable. And honestly, it's so good the playoffs are here, but it's a bittersweet day because we're losing you to the Big Apple. So happy for you. So proud of you. We love you so much. You know that.
I love you, my guy. Listen, man, couldn't have done it without you. Obviously, my best friend. That's what's a good thing, is that well beyond this show, well beyond this place, although as special as it is, I know our friendship will continue. I love you to death. And I just want to thank everybody who works on this show and has over the last 3 years here on Fifth Quarter. Kendra Day, Gabby Hall, Mike Snowden, Evan Marr, Patrick Walsh, Garrett Mathagani, a ton of people, photographers, MMJs, incredible general manager and Jesse Greer, news director, and Gene Kirkconnell, and such a wonderful staff here at WKRG. It's been an amazing 5 years. Love you so much, Gulf Coast. Tune in to Fifth Quarter Extra here in just a few minutes as we recap week 1 of the playoffs, and we will see